Aries, how we doing tonight? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for Friday the 26th of September through Sunday the 28th of September. I'll be back on Sunday to do weekly readings to get you through your week next week. We're going to go ahead and do what I guess they're calling the all signs spread. So that's the same one we did last week. Some people seem to like it, so we give it another whirl. I think that's the whole deal. I think that's it. This one's going to be for my Aries. All right, let's see what you get. Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay. If you're an Aries and you're currently dealing with another Aries, how's that going? We got the Knight of Swords and then the Five of Wands. So Aries number 2 is viewing you, Aries number 1, as somebody who is definitely conflicted right now. They feel as though you are on a crusade to try to find clarity about a certain situation in your life. And that seems to be taking up all your time. However, you are very conflicted about whatever it is that you're finding in this search for clarity, okay? So this feels more like a friend, family member, or something like that. Somebody who knows you well and is watching what you're going through, okay? All right, if you are an Aries and you're currently dealing with a Taurus, I have the Fool and then the Two of Swords. The Taurus is viewing you as somebody who needs to make a decision right now, and they're hoping that you make a decision to take a leap of faith in a new direction, okay? It's possible the direction they want you to leap towards is them. That's a possibility, but they definitely want you to take a leap away from whatever the situation you are in currently. Okay? I don't believe currently you're in a situation with them, but they would like for you to get out of the situation you're currently in. If you are an Aries dealing with a Gemini, I have the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So this Gemini is viewing you as somebody they would love to continue to collaborate with. However, they're saying that there's a lack of reciprocity right now in the dynamic between the two of you. So it's like they're not ready to let you go, but they're definitely not necessarily happy with the way things are. So that's what I got on that. If you are an Aries dealing with a Cancer, I have the Hermit and the Three of Wands. So this Cancer is viewing you as somebody who has pulled their energy back out of a situation with them to try to reassess everything. I do believe this Cancer wants you to be in their future, but right now I think they're not sure in what capacity that's going to happen. If you are an Aries currently dealing with a Leo, I've got the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. Okay, this Leo definitely is somebody you have a ton of history with. And this is somebody who is, they're viewing you as somebody who's in the public eye or somebody who's gaining a ton of attention right now. This one does not feel romantic to me at all. This one feels like somebody that you've known like your whole life or some, you know, not necessarily a family member, but like a friend from when you were a kid or something. This is somebody who really knows you. Because it feels like there's a lot of loyalty in this one right here for some reason. All right, if you are an Aries dealing with a Virgo, I've got the Devil and the Four of Wands. This Virgo is viewing you as a higher level soulmate for sure. But with the Devil, they feel as though you have turned toxic as far as they're concerned. So the dynamic between the two of you seems to have turned quite toxic. I guess that would make you a toxic soulmate at this rate, a karmic soulmate, I guess. Anyways, if you are an Aries currently dealing with a Libra, I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Star card. So this Libra is viewing you as somebody who has stepped into your independence. They're viewing you as like a bright light. You're somebody who keeps this well of optimism about the future. This does not feel romantic to me. It could be a situationship, possibly right here. But this doesn't have that kind of emotion to it. But definitely somebody who's got your back right here, I would say. Okay, Aries? If you are an Aries dealing with a Scorpio, I have the Strength card and the Knight of Pentacles. The Scorpio is viewing you as somebody who has tons of inner strength. They find you to be a very powerful, strong person. With the Knight of Pentacles, though, they feel as though you're almost stuck. It's like you're moving so slow that it's seeming like you're stagnant as far as situations go. Kind of like decision paralysis or something. In your head, you're running laps trying to figure out what to do, but as far as everybody sees on the outside, you're just standing still. Okay, if you are an Aries dealing with a Sagittarius, I have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. The Sagittarius views you as somebody who could definitely bring about emotional fulfillment to them. However, you are too defensive, they're saying. Your defenses are too high, or you're too defensive towards them to let anything flow. If you are an Aries dealing with a Capricorn, I have the Emperor and Judgment. It looks to me like this Capricorn has called judgment on you, and it's over you being the Emperor, which is you standing in your power, but just making you very, very rigid in your thinking, not up for compromise, somewhat of a tyrant, it looks like, and they've called judgment on that situation. If you are an Aries dealing with an Aquarius, I have the Eight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. The Aquarius is viewing you as somebody who has opted to walk away from a situation and try to rebuild a new foundation elsewhere. Okay. If you are an Aries dealing with a Pisces, I have the Hierophant, and then I get the Seven of Swords. So the Pisces is viewing you as somebody who they either once had a higher level of commitment with, or somebody who they're trying to attain a higher level of commitment with. They're trying to act very strategically. I don't know that it's effective or not, but they're trying. For some reason, I feel like they're all in and you're not. I don't know. That's what I got on that. So for Friday, I've got Temperance and the Five of Pentacles. There's something here on Friday where you just don't feel like you're fitting into a situation anymore, or you feel like you've been left out by a situation. They're asking you to exhibit patience towards it all. I'm sure it will pass, okay? On Saturday, you have the Two of Cups, so there's a divine union, and the Two of Wands. So there's a divine union on the chopping block, I think, on Saturday, and it's up to you to decide if you want to pursue it or let it go, but I do believe you're going to be pushed to make that decision on Saturday, okay? And on Sunday, you get the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. So Sunday looks like a day when you're more focused on your stability and your security in life. You need time to heal from whatever transpires on Saturday, it looks like. With the Four of Cups, you're feeling quite disappointed or disillusioned with the situation. Okay. All in all, Aries, it looks pretty good. Looks like you're being very Aries-y. No, you're doing very well. Everything looks okay here. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best weekend you possibly can. But it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. Looks like you're doing your thing, and that's a good thing. Okay. You made it to this point in the video. If you don't mind, can you tap the like, share, follow, I don't know, leave a comment, something. It helps me a bunch with the algorithm. You know, helps me to get this out there more, and that's what I'm trying to do. I appreciate every one of you a ton for all that you do. I really do. I appreciate you very much. Alrighty then, let's see. If you're looking for a private reading, send me a message. I'll get you the details. I'll never reach out to you first if somebody does. They're a fake, a phony, and a fraud. They're not me, okay? For sure they're not, because I'll never do it that way. You DM me, I get you the details, we work it out, everybody's happy. But I'd love to hear from you. I really would. That's how that goes. All right? Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good day.